Jeremy Lefebvre of Financial Education. You may have seen this guy's YouTube videos. He's pretty popular on YouTube. He has about 800,000 subscribers. And I actually kind of feel bad for the subscribers because most of the people who watch his videos are beginners. People who know a lot about the stock market are not really going to watch this guy's videos because what he offers is really kind of pedestrian analysis. He doesn't really ever even provide any kind of timeless principles, and he's lost people a lot of money because has recommended terrible things. He's recommended last year he recommended people buy Voyager, that crypto exchange, and he personally also lost 100% of the money he invested in it. I think that was $300,000. So at least he has skin in the game, but it kind of indicates there's kind of a recklessness to his investing style. He kind of finds kind of the most crazy off-the-wall things, and his analysis really seems very strange because he doesn't kind of wait for the stock to prove itself or for an uptrend to happen so you can kind of see, oh, okay, look, it's doing well. And he has no capital discipline rules. Like, he doesn't sell if it goes down by a certain amount and say, hey, look, you know what, let's cut our losses, this is not a good company. Nope, he sometimes doubles down and buys more. That's like a super amateur move. And some of these companies that he's recommended recently just to make you scratch your head, because he'll just use buzzwords like, oh, honest company is innovative because it's like fancy baby wipes and stuff like that. And thinking, well, that's not really that innovative. I don't understand why that's so worthwhile, and it's run by Jessica Alba or whatever her name is, some actress, and it hasn't gone nowhere but down. And same for Oatly and Tattoo Chef, or a lot of these junky companies. And when you look at the balance sheets, none of these companies look all that great, but for some reason he promotes them. And the reason why people follow him is mainly because his one investment, the one time he was right, and a broken clock will be right too after a while, once a day. But he recommended Tesla once, and lo and behold, he made a pretty good sum of money buying Tesla. But if you read the comments on his YouTube channel, so many people have lost money because they saw the charisma and kind of the hubris to his videos, and they thought this guy must know something. And then he actually lists his credentials for recommending things. And it's kind of hilarious because it's like the most ridiculous list of things, reasons why you should trust him or listen to him. For instance, he includes stuff like, oh, I've listened to a lot of conference calls for companies. So what? You don't listen. The only reason I listen to a conference call is for entertainment. It's not. You don't learn anything listening to conference call. The stock price will reflect the reality of the conference call. If there's some real genuine great news that happened, it's not because you or some genius who listened in on the call and you were acting upon it. If there's some earth-shattering information, it's going to be reflected in the price. You don't really need to listen to the conference call. And then he kind of also said, oh, well, I watch the stock market every day. Well, so do a lot of people. That doesn't really mean that you know what you're talking about. But I understand his theory sounds good on paper. Is that, well, if you buy aggressively during a downtrend, it's going to be so amazing when the uptrend comes back because stocks are going to obviously go back up. And I agree that stocks will eventually go up, but it doesn't mean that the terrible picks that he chose will have any kind of recovery whatsoever. In fact, there are probably a lot of reasons to think that the performance of these companies will be pretty badly if they exist at all. Some of them, like Voyager, it won't be around for the next bull market because it's out of business, bankrupt. But the thing is that for most people, you can't really follow all of these companies. It's just really too mind-boggling. Unless that's your full-time job as a hedge fund manager, it's really hard to really beat the index. I mean, and especially because when you are that heavily invested like he is, a lot of these, it becomes too scary for some of these people to actually take the loss, even though it might be the best strategy. A lot of them are arrogant, they'll double down, and then you look at a chart and some of these stocks are just nowhere but down. You need to be skeptical of people who claim they know so much, because the market always knows more than people. And if they're telling you to buy a stock and the market is just tanking on that stock, it suggests they honestly don't really know what they're talking about, and the stock market is teaching them a very valuable lesson. I mean, I think he admitted on the Graham Stephan show that he's kind of tired because it's been a pretty nasty bear market. He's lost like $2 million, something like that, because he invested in a really ridiculous way in the most risky assets possible. And I feel bad for the people who follow him because they found him entertaining. The truth is, here's a really interesting thing. The people who do know what they're talking about on YouTube don't get any clicks, because their specialty is knowledge, not to be entertaining. And sadly, a lot of people are watching these entertainers who don't give you good advice, and people are losing a lot of money, but in a way they're also gaining insight about how things work. They're realizing just because someone's entertained on YouTube won't help them make money. Anyway, this video hopefully was entertaining and educational, and please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.